everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Lynn Wilson, and today I thought I would do an unboxing of Walmart.com that I had sent to my home. I have a lot of people that have, I don't know, to me this is a very common thing to do, but I have a lot of people saying, you order from Walmart and you have groceries sent to your home? We do not, where I live, I cannot get them to deliver to my house fresh produce and things like that. We do have delivery pickup at the store, which since COVID-19 has been impossible, apparently. Every time I go on to look for a pickup delivery time, it tells me all delivery spots are closed. Yet I sat at the store the other day with my mom. She went inside to do grocery shopping, and I sat right on the side of the store parking lot where all the numbers are there, where you can pull up. I wasn't in one of those spots, but you know, the different ones that are numbered, the parking spots where you can pull in to get your grocery order. Every single one of them was empty, and I was probably in the car for an hour and a half, and only 2 people picked up their groceries. So I'm not quite sure why all the time slots are filled, but it is what it is. I can't complain because there's nothing I can do about it. But I thought, since I have 2 boxes, I got 1 delivered yesterday, 1 delivered today. I think I still have 1 more coming. I didn't need much. I needed a few filler things here and there, a couple things just to stock the pantry. So I thought, why not open them with my friends, and you guys can see what it's like to get a Walmart order haul sent to your house. So let's open the boxes. Alright, so this is the one that came yesterday, and I could look on my phone and I could see what I ordered. I can't remember, to be honest with you, but let's just open them and see. And so when you get your boxes, normally, I should say, some of the items they used to do in a 1-day delivery. Most of them are 2-day deliveries, and it's free shipping if you spend $35 or more. So I always make sure I spend $35. To me, it's worth throwing an extra thing in the box to fill the order up to $35. I can always throw that thing in the pantry versus paying shipping. So you get wonderful brown craft paper. I save this for mailing packages. I do a lot of craft projects with kids in my vacation Bible school at church, and we have a kids club. So I do like to fold this, flatten it, and use it again. So for now, I'm going to throw it on the floor. All right. Okay, here's an item. Cheerios. This is 1 pound, 2 ounces, 18 ounces. Cheerios. Sounds like a simple little thing. My Walmart is 100% sold out of cereal. You can't get one little tiny Cheerio, like that big. There's no boxes, there's no bags, nothing. But on Walmart.com, I was able to order Cheerios. Okay, another thing, my favorite coffee, Maxwell House K-Cups for the Keurig. I love these. Out of all the K-Cups I get, we always refer to get the blue K-Cups. I love these. And, okay, these are specifically, can you see pretzel nuggets? What you don't see is the invisible ink on here that says Graham Wilson Midnight Snack in Bed. These are my husband's favorite snack at midnight to have. If you hear crunching, you roll over and the jar of pretzels is open next to him in bed, and he is munching on them. So I've gotten these there. These are like 5 something for 1 pound, 2 ounces, 18 ounces total. That's funny. These are exactly the same amount of ounces. Isn't that funny? The 2. Anyway, I thought that was kind of funny. These pretzels are $5 thereabouts on Walmart. If you have an Ollie's near you, I don't know if you have a discount Ollie's, they are probably about as tall as this Cheerio box. I don't even know how many ounces, but it is the exact same price, and it's at least probably 2.5 times the size. So if you can get to Ollie's, it's a lot cheaper if you happen to like peanut butter filled pretzels. Okay, so that's box number 1. Let's check out box number 2. Oh, this is heavy. Wow, just to turn it. It's very heavy. What in the world did we order, honey? Now, I will say before, I have gotten certain things from Walmart. They've 99.9% of the time have been wonderful, and have if I have like dish soap or something like that, they will wrap it and put a piece of tape on it to seal it from leaking. People ask me all the time because you get dish soap mixed in with your food. They're very good about it. I can't complain. Okay, this time they put plastic in. I don't usually get plastic in. Aha, okay. Ugh. Cheap. Cheap, cheap, cheap. This is like $7 laundry detergent. And it is, what is it? I can't even read it. It's smushed. To try and tell you, 11.2 pounds. Now, that is a heavy thing. If I had to just pay for shipping on this, you can imagine what I would pay. For 11.2 pounds, this thing weighs a ton. Free shipping because I spent $35. I did not have to go to the grocery store, wear a mask, fight the line, wait online to get into Walmart, and wait 20 minutes just to get in the store to find out they're probably sold out. Then have to, if I did get it, haul it back into my car, into my house. UPS came, left it on my doorstep, free delivery. Well worth it to me. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, if you have children, you probably know you need your ranch dressing. So I got 2 big bottles of ranch, and they are, boy, I can't read today, 36 ounces, 1 quart, 4 ounces. So I got 2 of these. It was cheaper to buy 2. I think I saved like $2.20. So we were running low on that. Some ragu, big bottles. These are 48 ounces. So that would be 2 pounds, 13 ounces. I got 4 of these. Again, my Walmart, you were limited on the shelf. 1 box of pasta. I can smell the soap powder on my hands. It smells good as I'm talking. 1 box of pasta and 1 jar of sauce if I go to the store. So if I drive, it takes me 20 minutes to get to Walmart. It will probably take me 20 minutes to find a parking spot. It would take me 20 minutes waiting on the outside of the store in a mask that I can't breathe in to get in the store to only find I can get 1 jar of sauce if they have any sauce left on the shelf. So again, I have 4 of these. So you figure 45 ounces times 4. They're pretty heavy. Free shipping. Great. So I have 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we have my son's new favorite honey mustard by Ken's. 24 ounces. I have 2 of these. These are great for his chicken nuggets. Pretty much anything. He has to have, as he calls it, dip with everything. And I got 2 of these. So 2 of these and 2 of these big bottles of ranch. 4 of these bottles of ragu. Oh, and this heavy bag. That's 1 box. Free shipping. Again, this other items that I did get were the Cheerios and the pretzels and the coffee. This was all ordered together on my order for $35. So my total was $35, even though they send it, I don't know if it comes from different warehouses, but the total was $35. So I had free shipping. And then I used my Walmart credit card. I'm not promoting Walmart like for any sponsorship. I'm just giving you some tips of the trade, being a homemaker here. But if you use your Walmart credit card, you save 5%. So what I do at the end of the month, that 5% off my total Walmart card, I just apply those few dollars to my bill, and that saves me an extra few dollars there. So, you know, you figure all of this, and like I said, I think I can't remember what else I ordered. I think I ordered some tea, maybe another kind of coffee, probably a small box, 3 or 4 things. But again, all this was sent to my house. No biggie. There we go. So there is my Walmart haul. I will lay it out on the table for you and take a picture and link that at the end of the video so that you could see all that I got in this particular haul. And now I have a problem and I need your help. I don't really need your help, but you could just keep me company as I figure this out. So I have a refrigerator that looks ridiculously full, but there's really nothing in it. Like if I were to say, let's make a meal, I'd be like, oh, I don't know. And I have a freezer that's about the same. So I sort of have a refrigerator slash freezer slash pantry challenge of what am I going to do with all these bits and pieces. I have to gather up my fragments, gather up my bits and pieces, gather up whatever is in the freezer, refrigerator, pantry, and come up with some ideas for meals either for today and or tomorrow and or the future. So I'm going to show you a couple of things that I do to sort of stretch the budget. I don't know about you, but things are tight right now. You know, some of you are laid off work. Some of you, like me, are working less hours. And just in general, some people are just budgets are tight in a general fashion. And as well as we can't get a lot at the grocery store because of meat shortages and, they're rationing out how many you can get. Not complaining. This is not a, that type of video. But just saying, this is the facts. So you know what? A good homemaker will pull together what she's got, be creative, and come up with something. So I've got my hair tie here. I'm going to pull up my hair. We're going to go check out my refrigerator, check out my pantry, check out my freezer, come up with some ideas. I'm going to wash my hands because I've just been touching the soap. So grab your coffee and let's head over to my kitchen and I'll meet you there in about 2 minutes. Okay, hair is up. Let's get down to business. I got a kitchen to organize. I was gifted an extra day off. Well, not an extra day off. I was gifted a day off unexpectedly. I was asked to switch my schedule. We have a big event on Saturday. It's our biggest fundraiser of the year. So I'm excited to be part of that. For where I work partly with an addiction recovery ministry. So if anybody is in need of help or needs information, leave me a comment below. I would be glad to help you and send you some information. We have an addiction recovery for both men and women, and it has been here for over 125 years, so it is foolproof that it works. So anyway, that's just a side note. We're here back in my kitchen, and here's the scoop. We are at what is today? Thursday. So we're toward the end of the week. I am trying to stretch the budget. I just sat down. It took me about an hour and 15 minutes to do my budget for the rest of the month. We have pretty much used up our food budget. We went over just a tad, but I wanted to get a few things for the pantry to stock up while I could get certain things. You know what it's like right now. Things are limited supply, and that's okay. But I went ahead and did my budget, and I don't want to go over my budget. So I want to show you some of the things that I'm going to try and figure out what to use. Now, I have some hot dog rolls. We had hot dogs for dinner last night, and I have 4 rolls. This was 65 cents for a bag of hot dog rolls. I picked this up at a place called Lidl's. I don't know if you have one by you. It's new to us. It's a store similar to Aldi's or Aldi's, however you pronounce it, and I like it much better, I have to say. It's the same, but yet different. Kind of hard to explain. Maybe one day I'll take you for a walk with me. We can go into Lidl's together. If you're interested in a video on, I have not done that before, and do a vlog of a Lidl's walkthrough, and then I can show you my Lidl's haul. It has a fresh bakery, small produce, tons of organic. Leave me a comment below, give me a thumbs up, and we'll do a walkthrough if you want. But their hot dogs rolls were 65 cents. We had hot dogs last night. I have 4 left. These, as you know, these will not last. I need to use these up. So that's one I have. This is the other thing. Oh, I wish you could smell. Rosemary, garlic, olive oil bread. Fresh. You can still, you're going to see that? Nice and soft. Look at this. This is fresh from their bakery. The rosemary is coming through the plastic bag. It smells so good. Fresh at the bakery. This will not last. It doesn't freeze well. I could use it for breadcrumbs. I could do that. But I thought about maybe trying to use this up as well for lunch and dinner at some point today. So this is my basis of what I'm starting with for my pantry challenge. Let's clean it up. Let's clean it out. So I have bread. I need to use up bread. So let's head over to my little pantry that I have in my dining room right off of my kitchen that I use for my everyday stash. Let's see what's on there that maybe we can add to the bread and start using up. Okay, so this is my little pantry. See my little cute sign? Check this out. Groceries and dry goods. I love this. I saw something like this on Andrea Mills. She calls it the Mills Market, her pantry, and I had to get one. This is on Amazon in case you're interested in that. But here's what I use. This is my grab and go. I need to make a quick meal. This is where I pull from. So I have some rice-a-roni. This was just gifted to me. I have some chicken gravy. I'm trying to think of like some, oh here, check this out. I got this one, pineapple and coconut water vinaigrette. I have no idea what to use this for. It's organic. Got this at Walmart. Anybody have any ideas on how I can use this? Let me know. It just sounded so yummy. It doesn't give me really any ideas, but if you have an idea of a chicken dish or something, let me know. What else do I have in here that we might want to use? We've got pasta. We've got some beans, some crackers, corn. Oh, let's see. How about some soup? Yeah, soup and bread. What do you think? That sounds good. We have a choice of 3-bean chili. My son doesn't really like that. Broccoli cheddar. Or chicken noodle. What do you think, honey? Chicken noodle? All right, my husband's nodding yes. Let's go with the chicken noodle. All right, let's bring that over to the counter and then let's go check out the freezer and the refrigerator. Okay, so come see, yes, this is called a disaster zone. So let's see what we've got here that I want to use up. Okay, so I'm going to pull out some stuff. Not only am I going to use for dinner, but I'm also going to just be using up. So I have this big bag of spaghetti. Let's pull that out. I need to get that used up. I have a lonely hard-boiled egg, so we're going to use that. Let's see what else we have that I want to use. Oh yes, okay, I've got some rice. I've got some chicken and broccoli. I have some meatballs here. Get this out. Some meatballs we're going to use up. What else is in here? Okay, I got this nice ham. Look at this ham. This has nothing to do with what I'm using up, but $11.50, and they had $3 off, so it was $7.50, and not bad, right? I got that at Lidl's the other day. Shove that back in there. Oh, I've got some potatoes. They're hiding in the back. Let's get those out. Ooh, my goodness. It's stuck, it's stuck, it's stuck. Okay. Yeah, they're getting a little soft. So, I have to use up these. Put my bagels back. We don't need those. Then, let's see what else. I got these at Lidl's, 30% off. Roasted sea salt and black pepper potatoes. So let's pull those out. We're just doing a big thing here. What else do we have? I thought I had some grits. Maybe we're out of grits. Let's see. I have some peppers and okay, nice peppers here. I have grits. Okay, so we've got grits. Let me put those aside. And what else is in here we want to use up? I think that is something I'm using for dog food for our dog that I ground up. Tomatoes are good. Rolls are, a little bit of ham. Let's use up the ham. And I think that might be a good place to start. What do you think? Checking everything out here. Some coleslaw. Actually, let me take this out going to talk to you about that. Oh, I got one more thing I want to take out. Oh, it's stuck. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I think for now this might be good. Checking everything out here. So let me bring you over to the counter and then I'll show you what we got. Okay, so I forgot we have a freezer. So this is also a freezer challenge, freezer clean out. It's getting kind of low a little bit, like, you know, if things are in packages, but I wanted to show you a couple things in here. So here is some chicken pot pie I had made. We had it for dinner, we had it for lunch the next day. I think we skipped one day, and then I tried to use it as a side dish, and my family is giving me a look like, really, again? So I took what was left and I froze it. I'll freeze this, put it aside for a couple weeks, pull it out, it'll be like a brand new meal. The same went with, this is homemade macaroni and cheese. I think I have another one hidden back here, and I made enough in my Instant Pot. I'll have to do a video on how to do that. I had about 6 or 8 containers full of this. We had it for a few days. After a while, everybody gets sick of it, so I freeze it. Then we can pull it out as needed. This is just some bacon fat. Best thing to freeze it. When you need a little bit, scoop it out if you want to make it into a recipe, and then you can save it. And let me put this back on here. So what was I looking for? Ham. So you know that big ham I just had in the refrigerator? I will make lots and lots of meals out of that. Here is a package of ham from the last time I had a ham. I sliced this up. We're going to make something with this. Again, this is a freezer challenge, freezer clean out, budget friendly meals. And there's another package of sliced ham. But let me see if I have one more in here. Let's see. Oh, all right, zucchini. What else we got in here? Now you get the full view of my freezer in here. Oh, look at that. Another package of ham. Oh my goodness. We are in business. Okay, that's 4 packages of ham. Plus we had to have at least 2 to 3 meals already out of that ham. And it looks like we maybe used it all up. Okay, so what I was looking for, and I can do that with these, is I also had taken this ham and I put it through the food processor, chopped it up really, really fine, and froze it. And then we made ham salad out of it. So I'll explain how I did that. So let's just take this package out, get our other goodies in here. This is zucchini from the Amish from the summertime. I had gotten a yellow zucchini and a green zucchini. I put enough in here to equate 1 batch of zucchini bread, which would make 2 full loaves. The zucchinis were 25 cents each, and they were humongous, and they were delicious. So I've frozen those from last summer. And of course, chicken nuggets when you have kids. We got butter on sale. I got these just cold cuts that I can use for egg cups. I have a video on how to do egg cups. So there's turkey and there's ham. And let me move this over so I can show you one. Deli Fresh, oven roasted turkey and smoked ham. So this is great for egg cups if you want to do that. And I'll link that video below. Some frozen waffles. I do like making my own, but like this morning, I just wanted a quick breakfast. So I have some shredded carrots that I always like to throw in some soup or just about anything. Oh, here we go. Here we go. See that? I knew I had some ham. I don't know, there is some ice in it, but that's okay. You can see the ham is chopped up real fine. So this will be used, I have 2 packages. Okay, so what I got from the size ham I have in there, I fed my family at least 2 to 3 meals. I have 4 to 6 packages of sliced ham left and 2 packages here. Plus we had 2 the other day, right honey, when we made lunch for my family and my parents. That's a lot of food. That is a lot of food out of 1 ham for $7. So for $7, let's see how many meals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 meals plus for $7. For 5 people, that's a pretty good deal. Okay, I think that's all we need from the freezer. So hang on and we'll go check out the other food. Okay, so I have a pile of food here. And you're probably saying, well, this makes nothing. There's not even a meal here. There's nothing here. Well, let me just tell you. Ignore my dirty dishes. Let me show you a few things here. First of all, celery. Okay, you think, what's this? This is the bottom end of the celery. I got the celery for 89 cents. In our area, that's cheap. Cut the bottom off. If you can see real tiny, this little bit of a plant. I cut this yesterday. The plant's coming. Within a week, the plant will be this high. I will then take it outside and plant celery in my garden. I did not have to pay for that plant. I paid for celery. I used it in soup. I dehydrated some of it. Some of it is still in the refrigerator for future up and coming things. And some of it I canned. So in the bottom of this, you can see I have celery, and I have carrots, and I have chicken. So I was gifted 10 pounds of chicken. So we cut the chicken up. We ate some of the chicken. We froze some of the chicken. We made chicken salad with some of the chicken. I then took some of the chicken. I made this here. Where is it? I made chicken and broccoli here. Okay, we're going to come back to that. So we had chicken dinner, chicken salad. I made chicken and broccoli. I canned 10 jars of the chicken. The carrots were 99 cents a bag for small carrots. The celery was 89 cents. I cooked the chicken and took the broth from the chicken and then used that broth to use when I canned the meal. This I can use as a soup. I can use this as a stew, make chicken pot pie with this, all kinds of stuff. So I have 10 jars of this. This will last up to 5 years. So now, getting back to my bread, I have hot dog rolls. What could I do with hot dog rolls? Well, make mini subs. So, somewhere in this pile, I thought I had... Did we take out ham? I thought we took out some ham. Yes, here it is. Okay, so I have some ham left. So instead of making ham salad, I can make ham slice sandwiches, add a little cheese and mayonnaise, add a bag of chips, and then pull this from my pantry. I'll make some chicken noodle soup, have a nice ham sandwich with some cheese and a bag of chips on the side. My son will be happy. If it's a sandwich, he's good. He loves chicken noodle soup. So I'm using up my leftover ham. I'm using up a package of chicken soup. Yes, this is not the most healthy. Dehydrated vegetables, very good. Bring 8 cups of water and this in a pot of soup. Listen, I'm a full-time working mama. If once in a while I have to borrow from my pantry to make a meal, so be it. If you are full-time working at home, full-time working in an office, whatever, you know what it's like. Sometimes when you come home from work, you can't deal. I would rather do something like this than have to run out to McDonald's and spend $40 on a bunch of food that in an hour later we're hungry. So we're going to use this. I can use up the leftover ham and make little mini subs. And if we don't eat it all, I can still make them, put them back in this wrapper to save from using any kind of sandwich bags or these kind of things. You don't want to spend money. So I can put them right back in the same wrapper that the bread came in because it's safe because the bread's in it, and freeze those sandwiches and have grab-and-go sandwiches in a couple days from now. Then on top of that, I have one little lonely hard-boiled egg. I can do a couple things. I can tell my husband he has a snack. I can boil some more hard-boiled eggs, or I can just take this egg, make a small amount of egg salad. Again, put it on the hot dog rolls, and my husband can have 2 mini egg salad sandwiches. My son can have 2 ham and cheese sandwiches. Everybody can have some of this chicken noodle, semi-homemade chicken noodle soup. I have some of this rosemary, olive oil, garlic bread. I can slice that up. We can have some toast, open-faced cheese sandwiches to go with the soup. In addition to that, I have some kale greens, a big bag of this. It was $2. I'm going to dehydrate this. I am not a big greens kale eater on its own, but I will tell you, Even if you add this to soup, it is a bit chewy if you're used to eating this. If you dehydrate this, it dehydrates down just like spinach and it becomes crunchy. All you need to do is take a handful of it and sprinkle it. It almost goes into the soup like parsley. Nobody would ever know the difference. So I can cook this down and dehydrate it for a future recipe. Give you an example. You have your chicken noodle soup that's semi-homemade and you're like, this isn't really that healthy. Well, you take this package that has dehydrated vegetables that they did and dehydrated chicken. That's all it is. You can make your own and jar it up. But I could then add my dehydrated greens to it and add some more greens without the family ever knowing that mom is trying to make them healthy. Then in addition to that, I have this bag of angel hair coleslaw cabbage. My husband and I like coleslaw. We can only eat so much of it. My son would never eat this. This is a lot of coleslaw. What is a woman to do? Well, a wise woman would build her home. We're trying to be the best homemakers we can, making our house into a home. Check out this price. 50 cents. Not a bad deal. I couldn't pass it up. So it said used by May 3rd. I bought it on May 3rd. Finely shredded green cabbage. Triple washed and ready to enjoy. So I can make a small amount of coleslaw for me and my husband to go with our sandwiches and our chips and our soup. The rest of it I will dehydrate. Then when I again make a soup, a stew, or anything like that, I can take what was in here for 50 cents. Do you know how many meals I can get out of this? A lot of meals. So we're going to dehydrate this. Now, I have this leftover ham. What can I do with this? Well, I'm going to stick this tonight in a bowl of hot water to help defrost it very quickly. We're going to chop it up, not as fine as I did with the ham salad, but chop it up small. And then, looking at these potatoes, I 30% off discount. And it is roasted sea salt and black pepper potatoes. I decided to use this instead of the uncooked potatoes so I can use these up first. But I'm going to make a ham hash. What do you think? Sound good? So this is already seasoned. I'm going to add to this some dehydrated onion because I don't have any onion. I don't like the texture or the feel of onion. I love a raw onion, but I don't like it cooked. So for me, it's easier if I put the dehydrated onion, a little garlic powder, a little onion powder, maybe even a little beef broth, like maybe a quarter of a cup just to get it simmering. But the flavors in this, with the ham chopped up, a little garlic and onion powder, like I said, along with some dehydrated onions. I have some peppers. I need to use these up. They're getting a little, you know, that little shrivelly look. Kind of like we all look when we first wake up in the morning. So I'm going to cut down probably a third of each of these and chop them up real fine. Add this to the ham hash. And the rest of the peppers, I don't really have a use for them in the next few days. Guess what I'm going to do? You guessed it. Dehydrate these as well. Down the road, soup, stews, a baking dish of some sort. I have peppers I can pull out of my closet. Dehydrated food lasts up to 20 years. Now, I'm not preparing to keep these for 20 years. But I'll tell you what, if I dehydrate these, if we're on a budget, we're trying to save money, one pepper can cost $1.69 in my area. One pepper, almost $2. If I let this go a few more days, I'm going to have to pitch it. I would end up putting it in my compost. Maybe get, excuse me. Let me get a drink real quick. Oh, allergy season's here. Oh. Okay, let me get a drink. Hold on, hold the ponies. Okay. But if I'm on a budget. Are you on a budget? You're trying to get things tight? Listen, even if you're on a budget because you have money and you just want to save more money, this is a good thing. So we're going to take these, use them in the hash. We're going to dehydrate them. The seeds that are in them, yes, I will put in my compost. I want pepper plants to come out of it. Any bits that are left over, like the top, what do you even call that thing? The stem? Sound good? Stem? we're going to put that in the compost. We used to have chickens, so we would feed it to the chickens. Dehydrate your food. If you don't have a dehydrator, I highly recommend you get one. If you do not cannot afford a dehydrator, no worries. Use your oven. That is also a way to dehydrate. Okay, what else do we have here? Spaghetti. My son loves noodles, any kind. I don't care what kind of pasta it is, he calls it noodles. I made a lot of noodles. He ate some, we ate some, he ate some more, he's done. He's like, Mom, I can't eat anymore. Well, I don't want to just freeze this. I was trying to think what to do. So I know what I do. I cut this up real fine to little pieces, bag it up. I could probably get 5 bags out of this, maybe even 6 of little spaghetti noodles. Stick them in the freezer. You want to freeze them flat like this so that when they're frozen, it's not going to look that way. Well, you can, here's my ham. So you freeze the ham flat so you can actually stand them up in a bin like a filing system. But I'm going to cut this all up, freeze them in small bags. When I make any type of soup, beef, vegetable, a vegetable soup, anything like that that's healthy, the way to get my son to eat it is loaded up with noodles. He'll eat the soup if the noodles are in it, and you don't want to cook the noodles in the soup because then the noodles expand. So I pour the soup in a cup, good 2 handfuls of noodles. He's happy, I'm happy. We've used up, now granted, spaghetti is cheap. Go to the Dollar Tree, you can get Barilla for $1 a box. At Walmart, again, the ration is 1 box per person. I can go to the Dollar Tree and get all I want. So, even though it's $1, it's my dollar. I had to work for that. I'm not wasting the food. What else? Okay, so I made a rice-a-roni. This was I think it was a beef rice-a-roni that someone had gifted me. And yeah, actually I should tell you about that. We ran out of ramen noodles. So I posted it on my Facebook. I couldn't find it. We went to, honey, how many stores? About 6? Yeah. 6 stores, no ramen to be found. I posted it on Facebook. I'm praying that the Lord would allow someone else to find it in our local area. Within half an hour, you'd say, we get a text message, check your back doorstep. On our doorstep were 2 boxes of ramen and a bag of chicken and all kinds of other stuff with a God Loves You card, and so do we, from Wellspring Church. And I will add a picture at the end of this so you can see that. And then that was a box of this rice-a-roni, which my son will not eat rice, but he'll eat rice-a-roni. And yes, I have a great homemade recipe for rice-a-roni, which I'll have to share with you at some point. But we use this, again, you can only eat so much. So what will I do with this? I'll just freeze it. We're going to freeze that because whether I make a soup again, I can dump it. Listen, you want a soup, you can dump anything that's in your freezer, in your refrigerator, into a pot of chicken broth or bone broth or beef broth or vegetable broth, whatever. You dump all your bits and pieces, even if you have a little bit of salsa left, dump it in there for some flavor. You'd be amazed on the soups that you can make. There is enough in here for us to eat as a side dish, but I think everybody's done with it. So I also have this chicken and broccoli, which is a good amount in here. I can freeze this as well. We can make this into a soup. I can just do this as a stir fry over noodles. Maybe that package of chicken and gravy, I can even add some of this to that, pour it over noodles, make it into a different meal. And remember the shredded carrots in the freezer? Add the shredded carrots, add that chicken gravy that you saw in my pantry, make some egg noodles, put that over that, and we're good to go. Then the other thing, when I made the spaghetti, we made meatballs. I have a ton left. Again, we're up to here. You can only eat so many. So I'm going to freeze these meatballs as is because this could come out again. I will make spaghetti and meatballs for another meal. And then whatever the meatballs are that are left, I'll grab some sub rolls, or I'll make some sub rolls, and we'll have meatball parmesan subs for another meal. So This is one way to make a bunch of meals over a bunch of bits and pieces that you have. How do I use up? How do I not waste food? Budget friendly, cost effective, cleaning out the freezer, cleaning out the pantry, cleaning out the refrigerator, taking on a freezer, pantry, and refrigerator challenge, saving our pennies, using our money wisely, being wise women of our home, being homemakers, making our house a home because we're making our house smell delicious. Our family will love us because we're making good food, nutritional food, learning how to dehydrate, using up a few pieces of bread, making a soup. How do you take this soup and make it even better? By adding the greens. I'll tell you, make that soup, added the cabbage to it. You can add the peppers to it. You can add all this stuff to it. I could even add my own jarred fresh celery, carrots, and chicken that I just canned to this, double it in size. That's a thought, honey. I could do that. That would be tasting yummy. And then I had a can of black beans on my pantry shelf. Do you remember that? Add the black beans to this. I'll tell you, I not only have dinner for tonight, I'd have lunch for tomorrow. Now that I think about that. Lynn, you're genius. Take this. I'm going to add a jar of this. I could add maybe those shredded carrots to it. I could add, what else could I add? I could add the black beans to it, maybe some of this cabbage. I will have dinner again tonight. I will have enough for lunch tomorrow and probably enough to freeze for a quick side dish for a lunch for another day. Look at that, all from one bag and from the bits and pieces that I had in the refrigerator. Let me show you one last thing, all right? Let me actually show you what I do. These containers I never thought about, and I watched Amy Marion. If you watch her YouTube, if you don't, she's great. She recommends these deli containers. They're the tall ones. You can also get the short ones. I used to see her freezing in them, and I thought, I don't need those. I have lock and locks. The lock and locks annoy me. They don't nestle. They get warped in the dishwasher. I have not had great success with them. These stack perfectly. Whoop. There we go. They stack perfectly. I have my tall ones, my short ones. The lids are interchangeable, and they have a groove in them, obviously, to fit onto the top of the container, but the lids all just nestle in each other. So I have a stack of lids, a stack of small, a stack of tall. And all I do is I take one of these. I'm going to fill it up with my rice. Let's get that all in there. I probably could have used a short one. I might change it out. We'll see. Okay, there we go. I put a lid on it. I get a piece of masking tape. I will go ahead and burp that. I'll burp it, not me. And put a piece of masking tape on here and write down the date and what it is. Stick this in the freezer. And then in another, week, 2 weeks, in a month from now, I have rice-a-roni that I can pull out and add to a bag of soup. I have spaghetti I can add to the soup. I would have some dehydrated peppers I could add to the soup. I would have dehydrated greens I could add to the soup. I'd have dehydrated cabbage I can add to the soup. I have jarred extras that I've jarred homemade myself. I know what's in it. Add that to the soup. Do you get the thought? Is that helping you sort of establish, I have all these bits and pieces. What do I do with it? I have no more money the rest of this month. So this is May 7th. My budget will end on May 29th. I know we have a weird setup on how we do our budget. It will end on May 22nd. I have no more money in my food budget. What do? Maybe you're in the same boat. All of this, add a can of beans to it. Add whatever you have. The Lord will bless it. I'll give you 2 tips that works for me, has worked for me. You ready? They're real simple. Get a pen, write these down. Number 1, when you go food shopping, make your list the best you can, and right now things are limited. I don't care. You make your list. You pray about it. That's tip. That is the tip. You pray before you go. The Lord knows what you need. He knows what meals are going to be available for you in the store. I'm telling you, just pray before you go. When I pray, I come home with extra money, and I end up with extra food. When I don't pray, I'm short on funds, and I'm always scrambling for food. Number 2, open the refrigerator and pray. Lord, you know what's in this refrigerator. Help me to be creative. Look at right here. Look at all this. Do you see all this? Do you know how many meals right here? I could probably feed us lunches and dinners for 2 weeks with this oddball set of food that's here. Is it exactly what we want with every bit and piece of every vegetable and side dish? Is it gourmet? No. Who needs gourmet? You need plain and simple, fast and easy, quick and simple. Throw it together, get it on the table, have a great time around the table laughing with your family. Have a great time laughing with yourself. If you've had a bad day at work, you know you've got soup you can throw together. Single mom, married, with children, without children. Maybe you're taking care of your grandchildren. I don't care. All of this can accommodate your family. You can do it. I do it. I wish you the best success. From my home to your home, thanks for stopping by. Give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Please leave me a comment below. Let me know what's going on in your world. How would you use some of this food? That marinade that I showed you, that pineapple coconut, I don't know what to do with it. Leave me a comment below. Give me some suggestions for meals. And if you give me a good one, I'll cook it. I'll do a cooking video on it. We'll cook together and we'll taste it together and see how it comes out. All right, catch you on the next video.